going to be. It's just a matter of the way the games turn. And that's what, I don't think there's any one team that's so dominant over the other one, if that makes sense. I don't think there's one team that you can say, this team got it in the bag this year, just because of how free agency has gone and the reconfiguration of so many teams. Like, you can look at Washington and be like, they're going to two-peat.
Yeah.
You can very easily say that. You can't really be like, Phoenix has this, because if you think about it, Washington has Elena, Tina, and Emma. And Josh.
Yeah, true.
You can look at Connecticut and you can be like, DeWanna's there now with John Quell in them. And then Alyssa and Jasmine. It's like, you can't really pinpoint one team that's going to be exponentially better than the other.
Yeah.
That's just not going to be the case.
Yeah, so obviously I saw one of your I posted one of your pictures when I announced this interview in a Hawks shirt. So were you a Hawks fan growing up?
Absolutely not. I'm from North Carolina, so it would be Hornets if anything. I was partial to the Wizards because my friend John Wall, he plays there, obviously. But, no, growing up, I would say I've never been a super fan of men's basketball, and that's, a lot of people don't realize that I was a Charlotte Sting girl, an LA Sparks girl. But as far as the Hawks jersey, Bleacher Report released a jersey collaboration with several artists, and that was one of them. So they had a jersey collaboration going there. I wore the Detroit one too. Big Sean designed that. So I just like rocking jerseys. It's my style. It's my zhuzh. Jerseys, door knockers. We call them door knockers. I don't know what the proper term for those earrings are, but that's just my zhuzh. If I could find jersey dresses, I'd rock those too.
Someone said here, can't wait to have Arielle on my podcast this Saturday. CJ Harden 79.
Oh, can't wait. You get Ari for the day. You get Ari for the day.
But yeah, so here my next question is, so obviously you did work with House of Highlights, right? If I'm not mistaken. So how was that experience like? And because House of Highlights, they do a fantastic job with the videos and obviously posting all the NBA videos. What is that experience like working with them?
I would not want to work with another company. I think Bleacher Report is a completely well-rounded, dope company to work for. They have the freedom to do what we want creatively, and that's what I really respect about it. The particular platform that I work for is Highlight Her, which is a sub-brand of Highlights. So we focus specifically on women's sports all across the board. We're not just basketball. We're not just soccer. We're not just hockey. We're not just gymnastics. We're everything, all encompassing, and it's sports and culture. So I love the way we're able to utilize the sports world with things of culture, which whether that be music or artwork, anything like that, put them together and display it, like just showcasing dope women across the board. And they let me do that in my way, and I couldn't ask for anything better.
Yeah, so let me ask you this question because I feel like this is an important question here. So explain to me, like, over the years, how all women is getting opportunities to coach male sports now too. And obviously Becky Hammon is one example. Nancy Lieberman is another example where Becky Hammon is an assistant coach for the Spurs. And I would love for her to get the head coach position soon in the NBA. So what is your perspective on like how it evolved over the years? Now the women's getting a lot of opportunities now to be coached in the male sports.
Wherever you want to be, the sky's the limit. There should be no ceiling for women if they choose to go to the NBA side, if they choose to go to the Big Three side. But I do want to stress that the WNBA is not a stepping stone. Women's sports is not a stepping stone to get to a men's league. I really respect, people like Nikki Collin who have head coaching jobs in the W. I respect what Becky Hammon's doing. She's paving the way for those who want to do that field. But as far as, making that the end goal, I don't think that's a lot of people, like that's not everybody's end goal. So just for her to get that opportunity, dope, pioneer, kudos to you. But, let's acknowledge the ones that stayed within the women's game too. But that's no knock to anybody that went to the men's game. I just don't think I think people need to change their perspectives a little bit because it is to be noted, like the WNBA is the top 144 in the world, right? There are 12 teams only. That's an exclusive job. that's an exclusive job. So just to be able to retain more women on this side, I wish we could do. But the ones who decide to actively pursue, like I think it's dope that Swin Cash and Teaspoon are down in New Orleans with their NBA team. But I love seeing women prosper in the women's game, giving back to the women's game. But again, Swin Cash and Teaspoon gave back to the women's game as well. So it's just a matter of where you want to be.
I think your screen is lagging a little bit. It was breaking up. I couldn't. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think your screen was like, what is that? It was lagging a little bit. All right. Okay.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So.
Should I turn my Wi-Fi off?
I don't know. No, this is better now. Yeah, it's good now. Yeah. Actually. Oh no.
Yeah, I'll turn it off. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, it's better.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
It's off now.
Yeah, so now, obviously, so take me, so obviously you're friends with John Wall, and take me when the first time you met him, and what do you think of him as a player? Obviously, he has his injury concerns, but when healthy, he's one of when he comes back.
Okay, so I didn't quite hear your question just because I think the screens are messing up. But I know John because I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. We're in a tight-knit group in Raleigh, especially the Raleigh sports scene. 919 to the death of me, Southside Raleigh. I went to Southeast. He went to Word of God, so it was right down the street. And I just think he's a quality person. I think that gets lost in some of the things that the media try to project on him. But like I said, men's basketball is not really my strong suit, and I don't want to speak to something that I'm not completely engulfed in. But I love that he was a man from Southside Raleigh that made it out to make a way for his family. And I know that, his mom recently passed, and I think that it's dope that he got to show her, here's what I did. Thank you for giving back to me and making me, the star of the day. Hey, Lance. But yeah, I think that it's dope that he was able to make it out of Southside Raleigh.
So were you obviously from North Carolina, but did you watch the women's? Did you watch the women's North Carolina Tar Heels game?
You're speaking against me. I went to NC State. Go Pack. But yes, I grew up on Sylvia Hatchell. I grew up on Sylvia Hatchell, so I have no respect for her. That program was amazing. We had the Ivory Ladders coming out of there who had longevity in the W. So, shout out to them. But like I said, I went to NC State. My dad went to Duke. It was anything but Carolina in this household. But you can't ignore how great they were at the beginning of the year. And I think that it's at the beginning of the 2000s. But I think that now there's going to be a revamp of the North Carolina program, like the UNC program. They had a couple of years because of an NCAA scandal that had nothing to do with them, that they kind of fell out because of recruiting and things. They couldn't recruit properly because there was no chance of a postseason. But I think that there's hope. There's hope to regenerate that program.
Yeah. So, what would you say? Who was your role model in the women's sports as a women's reporter in the sports industry? Who is that role model that you looked up to?
As far as reporting or
reporting. Reporting.
I love the way Kara Lawson breaks down the game of basketball. I think it's really informative. I think that she teaches basketball as she broadcasts. I love LaChina Robbins' personality on screen. I love Roz's appeal on screen. I love how she can wear what she wants and the hairstyle that she wants. I love Jamel Hill's outspokenness. I love Carrie Champion's everything. I think that she's everything. So there are a lot of journalists that I look towards, as what I want to be in the future. I think that they're all dope in their own way. And it's even more dope that there's space for them all. And I think that's really important to note that everybody can exist in this space. So I think that those are the examples that come off the top of my head. But then you have my peers like Monica McNutt, ACC Network, and then you have the sideline reporter Angel Gray, and then you have Erica Ayala, who's making her own path with women's hockey. You just see all these people doing what they love and pioneering the way for other women in sports media.
Yeah, it's just amazing for you what you guys are doing, man. It's like inspiring to me to see what you guys are doing, and you guys are killing the game right now. So I love it. Actually,
we're trying.
Yeah. Speaking of Angel Gray, I'm having her on Wednesday on Instagram Live.
So I love her. That's my
sis. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, she's coming on Wednesday, so I'm really looking forward to that. But what advice would you give these young women that are trying to be like you and Angel Gray and all these women reporters that are trying to be the same business as you? What advice would you give them?
Well, I would rephrase that advice. I would never tell anybody to try to be like anybody else. I would say find your own path, do what you're passionate about, and go forth with it without listening to the no's. Be very relentless in your pursuit of what you want, and do it your way. You want to have a brand that you can maintain no matter what. I know that I started off in a certain way. Like I started off very, very raw, very, very homegirl from around the way. And I want to keep that up because that's what's most naturally me. And nobody will expect anything else. Like, I mean, they might expect more, like other things, but like that is what I can give you on a consistent basis. That's very true to myself, my brand. I made my brand myself. So just keep doing the things in an authentic way. Your audience will come. The right ones will come and be attracted to your brand, and be patient. A lot of people see, because of the rise in women's basketball coverage over the past year, a lot of people think that this came overnight, but they don't realize I've really been working at this. Like I have high school excerpts of me writing about girls basketball. Then in college, my degree lined up with that, and I would record me and my friends who played in the WNBA or who played in college basketball on my phone and post that. And then it's a long way up. And especially if you intentionally stay in the women's game, it's going to be a lot harder because people haven't caught on like they should. They haven't caught on yet, but they will. They're catching on. So I would say work off passion, do it in the way that's most authentic to you, keep going. And then especially those who are younger, you guys are the masters of social media, and that's what everything is going towards now. A lot of people are going towards the let me do digital instead of network. And so I think that that's the most important. Like you guys have the tools right in your hand where you can record your own interviews, you can post them, you can learn how to edit. That's another thing. Know how to edit, write, program, formulate your own relationship so you can book your own talent, be able to do everything so that nobody can tell you anything.
Yeah, that's true. Before I let you go, I got some rapid fire questions for you and 2 takes.
Of course. Okay.
This is a new thing I've been bringing into the rapid fires. Kawhi Leonard's laugh or Kevin Hart's laugh?
Kawhi.
Favorite food?
Lentils.
Who's the funniest on the crew?
On the crew? Like in my friend group? I will say my best friend, Krishan Williams. She's hilarious because she just doesn't care about anything. She'll say whatever she wants to say.
Favorite thing to do outside of your work?
I love anti-gravity yoga. So I love propelling from the ceiling with hammocks and scaling walls and stuff like that. I just love being upside down.
Favorite sports movie?
Bring it on. Cheerleading is a sport. Bring it on.
Okay. Do you think Sabrina will win Rookie of the Year this year? Did they have a season?
I think Kennedy Carter will win Rookie of the Year.
Kennedy Carter?
She'll be the one. Let me explain why. I need to pause this. I think Kennedy Carter will win Rookie of the Year because she can turn around that program. Her, along with her teammates, can be the most drastic change to Atlanta's record from the year prior. I think that they will be more successful in the long run with the overall record. So she'll have more opportunity to present her talent. And I think that it would just be a way that she can be constructive all across the board, as opposed to having to depend on I think Kennedy's going to win. I think Kennedy's going to win.
Favorite hip hop artist currently and old school?
I love Jay-Z. I love Ja Rule. It's something that everybody should know about me, but it's like funny because like I'm a Ja Rule stan. Nothing is the key to my heart but Ja Rule. But I love Jay-Z, Ja Rule, Lil Wayne. I'm from the South. We have to love Lil Wayne. And Cole and Wale. And yes, I agree with you down there. Ty Harris is a sleeper. I love the South fans. They're everything to me. I just think that they will stand for their athletes, and I think that's dope.
Yeah, for me, it's Drake, J. Cole, Tupac, Biggie, Meek Mill, Tory Lanez, Rod Wave, and on and on.
I like Tory Lanez. I like the fact that he can really take a sample and make it dope. But like Ja Rule at the tip top for me, and nobody can tell me otherwise. Don't at me.
And then the last two things here, I've been asking this question to all my guests on the show about the late Kobe Bryant and his daughter, and obviously other people that were involved. But for you, I know that you don't cover the NBA, but what did Kobe mean to you, and what did his daughter Gianna mean to you, and what does Mama mentality mean to you?
It's interesting that you said, I don't cover the NBA, but he was heavily involved in women's basketball. Mm-hmm. So I interpret his legacy as a whole as if you want more for yourself, you'll work for it without letting anything stop you. So that relentless pursuit of excellence is his legacy in my eyes. As far as Gianna, I think that's like, hey, this little girl had dreams of reaching a certain level of basketball, so she exposed herself to it. So just being surrounded, living through your dreams, I think that's her thing. She was passionate about it. She wanted it. She was present. She was willing to learn. So very coachable. In repetition, she just wanted. Hey, Rachel. She just wanted to do something, and so she was putting forth the effort to make it happen. And Mama mentality is that relentless pursuit of excellence. So that's never settling for no, never settling for losing. Just keep going. And
then the last thing here, would you like to say anything to all the frontline people?
To all the frontline people,
yeah.
We love you. I can only imagine how hard it is, and thank you so much for your service. And I'm praying for you.
Yeah, so whoever's in this live right now, my cousin and I and my brother, we have a GoFundMe page right now, and the link is in my bio on Instagram. It's for all the frontline people, all the local food businesses. We raised over $2,000, and we handed out sandwiches and supplies to all the first responders, nurses, doctors, cops, and soup kitchen. So anyone, please go check that link and please donate, because we're trying to help in any way to end this sooner than later. But there she is, the talented and lovely Arielle Chambers. Go follow her on Twitter and Instagram. She does great work. You're such an inspiration, and you and your colleagues do a great job. So I just want to say thank you for coming on the podcast, and I'll be posting this in all social media formats. So
thank you so much for having me. It was great.